Okay, so the next session, so something really, really interesting, and again, somebody who's been part of AviaDev since the very, very first one. He believed in us in Kigali in 2016 when we were in a side room at the new convention center. Rolls-Royce have been a sponsor of AviaDev every year since. Now, the program has covered aircraft financing and leasing, but in order to achieve maximum utilization, we obviously have to keep aircraft in service. And so selecting the right engine maintenance plan is key, and Rolls-Royce have developed a bit of an innovation that can support you no matter the size of your airline. So to take you through this session, please allow me to hand over to the Marketing Director for the Middle East, Africa, and Central Asia from Rolls-Royce, Jason Sutcliffe. Jason. Hey up.
Thanks, John. I thought we had sound on this, but clearly not. But what you are seeing is our video. Oh, there we go. So, thank you, John. Thank you, everyone that's in the room. As you can see here, it says 30 years of the Trent, but it's also 30 years of our services. So I thought instead of coming up here talking about sustainability, which we talk about nearly every single year, or technology, I'd come up and talk about our services and our CareStore and the options that airlines have should they take a Rolls-Royce engine. So, the CareStore is a package of services that provide airlines with everything from time and material up to a premium package such as Total Care. It provides flexibility, but also at the same time, it delivers to an airline exactly what they're looking for in terms of letting us deal with the engines and letting you focus up on what you want to focus on, which is flying customers from A to B. So the overview of this service, it started in 1995. We had an engine called the Trent 800, and that was going on the 777 aircraft from Boeing. Sorry, Airbus, I know Boeing aren't in the room, but it was a Boeing aircraft that started it all. And American Airlines came to us and said, we really want you to take some of the risk of this new engine. So in that regard, we started a power-by-the-hour service in 1995. And that's what really kicked it off. And we're now at a point whereby we have over 17 million accumulated flying hours a year on our services and over 170 customers. Our services deliver to our customers over 1,300 shop visits. So obviously our overhaul capability has to cope with over 1,300 shop visits, and that's getting, I think we're going to double our fleet size in the next 5 to 10 years. We hold a number of spare engines, over 500 spare engines to support our fleet, and we actually, I guess, when we monitor our engines, we have over 5 million parameters a day that we monitor on our engines real time once the aircraft are airborne. And from a logistical perspective, the LRUs that we have out there in the field, we move over 15,000 LRUs a year as well. I mean, we are positioned globally, and I don't know how many people in this room know much about Rolls-Royce, but if you look at our numbers from a civil aerospace perspective, our revenue every year, over 50% is generated from services, not from selling engines. We don't make money really from selling the engines. It's the services that we provide. And to support those services, we have our customer support teams and airline support teams, which you can see here, positioned globally. Obviously, the centre of the universe is Derby in the UK. I don't know if anyone's ever been there. It's a beautiful place. And that's where our hub and our operations centre is. Our reps are available to our customers 24/7. In terms of overhaul shops, this year we've included 2 more. So we're opening up in Beijing and in Istanbul with Turkish Technique to support our engine growth and our fleet size, as you can see there. Why do customers buy our services? So we have a number of services available, but generally, especially customers nowadays, everyone's talking about the engine availability, the risk in the market. So it's that transfer of risk from the airline to Rolls-Royce. Asset availability, we make sure that those engines are available. The cost certainty, you know how much you're going to pay for your engine maintenance, whether it's a check and repair or whether it's an overhaul, whether you have FOD. There's a lot of risk that's transferred from the airline to Rolls-Royce. And obviously, as the OEM, we are the experts in these products. So at a glance, the CareStore looks like this. You've got everything from an e-commerce marketplace where you don't actually have to come and talk to us. You can just do your compliance, pay your money, and you get a service. You get the engine health monitoring and the ability to buy parts. You can select care, basically pay at shop visit, or the premium service, which is total care. But it's all about how much you can afford as an airline, how much risk you're willing to take as an airline in terms of how long's my engine going to be on wing? Am I operating from a runway that's full of FOD and there's a risk of FOD events? How long is the engine going to last on wing? That's the decision you have to make as an airline. As I mentioned before, everything from time and material all the way up to total care. We tend to find that customers with new products, they select total care. The older products, Trent 700s, 800s, 500s, they generally go on a select care sort of foundation service. So when it comes to choose your service, you can either go straight to the portal, put the application in, pay your money, and off you go, you're up and running. Or through Select Care, you have a fixed price overhaul, you have cost certainty at the shop visit, but you don't get the check and repairs, you don't get the FOD. You can pay for those afterwards, but that will come on a power by the hour, so you pay as you fly. For the Select Care, you will pay when you have that shop visit. You could also take optional services. Total Care is a premium service, but contrary to popular demand, you don't have to take this service with our products. You can take any of the products in our service and our CareStore. Total Care offers you things that other operators or other OEMs won't in terms of FOD protection. All the service bulletins and ADs are supported. You can also have optional services that we provide, as you can see here. So spare engines, we have a holding of spare engines we can provide. Life-limited parts, including parts that are damaged and on attrition. LRU management, where we hold a stock of LRUs for you. You don't have to purchase that. We will purchase that, and you'll just pay on $1 per flying hour. And also, if your aircraft are leased, you negotiate the lease return conditions with a lessor, and we will guarantee that those engines, when they go back to the lessor, will be in that defined condition. So, what I will say, to finish, because I've not got long and I know we're behind time slightly, is at the end of life of your aircraft, there are generally 2, sometimes 4 items that are worth anything, any value, and that's the engines, okay? If you look after your engines through the life, at the end of life, the asset value will be far superior to anything else that's not been through a care product or care system. That's it. I think I'm done. Thank you.
Lunch.
There you go. Keeps on time, yeah?